Good afternoon, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. In previous class, I was introduced the chapter reproduction in plants, and there I have told you what is reproduction and what are the different types of reproduction, mainly sexual and asexual types of reproduction. And today I am going to discuss the asexual reproduction, and I will discuss a type of asexual reproduction today in more detail. Okay, students? So, we have learned that asexual reproduction, new plants are obtained without production of seed. Means in this reproduction process, only one parent is involved for production of new offspring or production of new organisms of the same kind. Okay, there is no involvement of fusion of gametes takes place in this case. Okay, so today I will discuss different types of asexual mode of reproduction, and there are many types of asexual mode of reproduction in your book. You can able to see the book. There are vegetative propagation, then budding, then fragmentation, spore formation. Now vegetative propagation I will start today. Okay, so before going to the main topic, we can do this. There are different modes of asexual reproduction. You can divide it by your own. Just like first one, vegetative propagation. Okay. Second one, budding. Third one, fragmentation. And fourth one, spore formation. Okay. These are different modes of asexual reproduction. Now I am going to discuss firstly vegetative propagation. Before coming to this topic, we have to know the more detail of vegetative propagation. What is vegetative propagation? It is a mode of asexual reproduction through which the reproduction means or the new organisms or new growth of new offspring takes place through the vegetative parts. As you know, there are vegetative parts of plant, roots, stems, then leaves, you know. So, the growth of new plants that comes from those vegetative parts only. That is why this mode of asexual reproduction is known as vegetative propagation. Understood? Now, so it is a type of asexual reproduction in which new plants are produced from roots, stems, leaves and buds. That is already written in your book. So, vegetative reproduction can be grown by roots, stem, then leaves and buds. Okay? Leaves and buds. So from these four parts, from these vegetative parts, a new plant can be produced. Okay? So these vegetative parts are also called vegetative units. So these four parts, roots, stem, leaves and buds, these are also called vegetative units. Also another name that is called as propagules. Propagules, okay? Propagules. This is very important term. That is not in your book, but these four vegetative units are also called propagules. Okay? I hope you understood. Okay? So these vegetative parts, roots, stem, leaves, buds, these are called as vegetative units and they are also called propagules. Understood everyone? If you have any problem, you can ask me in the e-portal about this. Now, I will tell about different types of vegetative propagation. As I have already told, that can be occurs through vegetative parts like roots, stem, leaves and buds. So how this vegetative propagation by stem takes place? Most of you have heard about the growth of rose plant. No, growth of rose plant actually done by cutting. Now from the long slender branches, a new plant can be easily grown, new rose plant. No, this is by cutting. Now this the growth of new plant takes place by this asexual mode of reproduction known as vegetative propagation by means of stem, by cutting the stem. Okay, so there we can say that vegetative propagation by means of stem, it can be occurs in case of rose. And also there is another example that is known as layering. Layering can also be done the plants which having long and slender branches. Now the plants with long and mature branches that is bent down and that is kept in soil, then that can be easily grown into a new plant. Just for example, layering that is jasmine. Okay. Now another examples are also there, grafting. Okay. Now there I have described about the vegetative propagation by means of stem. Now I will describe about vegetative, another example is also there. Have you seen eyes of potato? That is already in your book, 12.2, you can see easily the eyes of potato. Okay. Now this eye, the eye of potato, from the eye of potato, if the potato is cutted in a manner that its eye must be separate and not separate from the whole stem, just cut in a manner that along with the stem, that eye actually generate a new plant. So by this way a potato plant sprouting from an eye. So we can say that this is a vegetative propagation by stem. Okay. Like this way there also asexual reproduction also takes place in case of ginger, also turmeric. Okay. By cutting their stem part with an eye. Okay. By this way they can be easily sprouted. Okay. So I hope you understood. So there are so many examples by which stem vegetative propagation by stem can takes place. I have already discussed rose, jasmine, also potato, ginger, then turmeric. Okay. So these are the examples. Okay. Now comes to the second point, that is vegetative propagation by means of leaf. Leaf. Have you ever heard bryophyllum? In Bengali, it is known as pathorkuchi. Okay. Now, this bryophyllum leaves that is also called sprout leaf plant. Okay. That has buds in the margins of leaves. You can see in the figure 12.4 from your book, page number 135. There you can see that the buds are actually growing in the margin of the leaves. If a leaf of this plant falls on a moist soil, each bud give rise to a new plant. Okay. So here we have seen how vegetative propagation occurs through leaves. Okay. So in case of leaves, we can easily write an example such as bryophyllum, and also you can write another example. Also, this type of vegetative propagation can be seen in other leaves. Okay. Now comes to roots. Now, as I have already told how this vegetative propagation takes place in case of leaves, that is occurs in the leaves like bryophyllum, they can easily bear some bud over the margin of the leaves. Okay. Now comes to the vegetative propagation that occurs in the roots of some plants. Now, there are examples of such roots of some plant, that is sweet potato, dahlia. These are the example. Okay. I hope you understood this part. And another thing also written in your book, that plants such as cacti produce new plants when their parts gets detached from the main plant body. Okay. Now each detached part can grow into a new plant, and plants produced by vegetative propagation take less time to grow and bears flowers and fruits earlier than those produced from seeds. So this is the main advantage of vegetative propagation. Okay, what is the main advantages? There I have seen that plant produced by such vegetative propagation that take less time to grow and also bears flowers and fruits earlier than those which are produced by seeds. So this is one advantage. Another advantage is also there. The new plant are exact copy of the parent plant as they are produced from a single parent. As you have seen that cutting or grafting or another thing, just like vegetative propagation by means of leaves, roots, these are actually done from only the parent plant. Only one plant is involved in this process, so that we can see the plant which is being produced, that is the exact copy of the parent plant. Understood? If you have any problem, you can ask me in the portal. Okay, students? So here I have discussed the vegetative propagation parts in sexual reproduction. Okay, I hope you understood. In the next class, I will discuss the more 3 types of asexual reproduction, or 3 modes of asexual reproduction in more detail. I hope you will enjoy this class, and if you have any problem, I am telling you again and again that you must ask me in the e-portal, or while online class you can chat with me, or you can write your problem in the chat box. I will tell you the answer. Okay students, that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day.